Good morning, everyone. You may have noticed that I haven't been very active on my channel lately. In the last 6 months I've published only one vlog, and this is due to health issues. Last September I got diagnosed with Lyme disease after being ill for 5 months. And now it's almost June, we're 9 months later, and I'm still not feeling that much better. Even though the antibiotics seem to have helped a bit, I still have a lot of nausea and crippling fatigue. And every time I go out, every time I try to exercise or take a walk, I get sick again. My wife and I just finished a 10-day run of tonsillitis. We had a very bad throat infection. And I just keep getting sick. And this is maybe related to my antibiotics treatment, I don't know. Either way, for the last year my life has pretty much been on hold. I haven't exercised in a year. I can hardly work. I cannot spend much time with my children. And I spend most of my time in bed. And this week my plan was to publish a new vlog video, in this case about badgers, my favorite animals. But I'm going to have to postpone that. Instead, I'm just going to make my second opinion video. Chronic disease, curse or a blessing. And I know that some of you who are watching have been suffering from Lyme disease or COVID or some other debilitating disease. And it's been really frustrating. Doctors don't really have an answer to it. And all you do is spend time in bed, which slowly turns into a prison. Next to making a video about badgers, I wanted to show you the leopard orchids that are now in bloom in our area. I wanted to show you these beautiful, precious flowers. I wanted to show you the carnivorous plants that we have, the sundews, which produce beautiful flowers and which capture insects and spiders and such to gain additional nitrogen so they can grow in nutrient-poor soils. But I guess I have to draw from memory, as I just can't take those walks anymore. So I'll just show you some footage that I made over the years instead, when I was still healthy. I used to exercise 6 times a week, weightlifting, mountain biking, speed cycling. That's all gone. And that can be quite a frustrating process. Not being able to work, not being able to play with the kids, not being able to work. In this sense, a chronic disease can be a curse. But recently, a few weeks ago, I was able to go to the supermarket again, and I was able to push a trolley, a shopping cart. And I used to hate going grocery shopping. I used to consider this as a waste of my time. I just wanted to go back. I wanted to leave the store as quickly as possible and go back to my life again. But a few weeks ago, after spending 2 months in bed, I was finally able to go to the store again, to be amongst people and to push a shopping cart. And what used to be a bad experience for me suddenly became something almost beautiful. I was able to go out again and interact with people and do something so mundane as grocery shopping, pushing a shopping cart. And suddenly this became a beautiful experience. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that a long-term illness can also be a blessing, a gift. Because suddenly you realize that these little moments count and that you have to take joy in the things that you can still do. And the things that you took for granted suddenly become a unique experience, such as spending time with my kids and just being able to read a book with them for 10 minutes. It's a brief experience, but it's something that gives me great joy. And I enjoy these moments much more than I used to. So I guess disease can be a gift. Some people say cancer is a gift. It may take your life, but as long as you're alive, you may live life more fully and experience beautiful moments to the fullest, because you don't take these things for granted anymore. I know this sounds a little corny, but it really is true. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that my Lyme disease and my COVID may be a blessing in disguise. And maybe one day I'll recover fully, and then I'm sure I'll be able to enjoy everything that I used to do much more. Cycling, going out into the forest, experiencing nature, spending time with beavers, badgers, looking for beautiful mushrooms, flowers, playing with the kids, going out with my wife. And yes, also going to work and interacting with colleagues and thinking about science again, marine biology. That is my trade. So if you're still watching this, and thank you if you are, wherever you are, whatever you have, whatever you're suffering from, I hope that you still get to experience these beautiful moments of sheer joy and happiness. And I hope that you too will recover fully, and that you'll be able to experience life again to the fullest. But when I watch the news and I see those poor people in Ukraine or Gaza, I mean, I am struggling, but those people are suffering. So things could be far worse. But of course, it's okay to have a little self-pity every now and then. So I decided to record this video, as I couldn't go out to the badgers or the orchids or the flesh-eating sundews. At least I can go out into my garden and sit here and record this video for you guys. And then I'll have to head back to bed for a couple hours to recover from this. But at least I have a garden. At least my house is not being shelled. At least my kids are safe. So watching the news does help me, keep things into perspective. Anyway, that concludes my rant. Thank you so much if you're watching my videos, if you're still here. And if you're suffering from any illness, I hope that you'll make a full recovery. Stay strong. Take joy in the small moments and get support from the people you love, the people around you. Because they ultimately are most important. Not a YouTube channel or a successful career as a scientist or a successful bodybuilder. Having an Instagram and showing off your bicep. That's not important. That's all circumstantial. What's really important is the people around you, the people who love you, and taking joy in those small moments. So anyway, thank you again. All my best to you. And thank you for watching. I'm off to bed. See you next time. Bye.